We've got new details about the terrifying mid-air incident when an off-duty pilot allegedly tried to turn off a plane's engines in mid-air. Joseph David Emerson pleaded not guilty yesterday to 83 counts of attempted murder. He also faces a federal count of interfering with a flight crew. Now, investigators say that Emerson claims that he had taken psychedelic mushrooms 2 days before the flight. Kris Van Cleave has the story.
Standing in silence, Alaska Airlines captain Joseph Emerson listens as his attorney enters not guilty pleas to all charges in a Portland, Oregon courtroom Tuesday. According to newly released court documents, the pilots of Alaska Flight 2059 told investigators Emerson threw off his headset and exclaimed, "I am not okay," Sunday night. Then, from the cockpit jump seat, he was seen grabbing the red fire handles and pulling them down. The handles can cut off fuel to the engines. One pilot telling police the plane was seconds away from being a glider had they not intervened. Investigators say Emerson told them he hadn't slept in 40 hours, was battling depression, and had tried psychedelic magic mushrooms 2 days before the flight. One pilot stated he wrestled with Emerson for approximately 30 seconds before Emerson calmed down and exited the cockpit.
We've got the guy that tried to shut the engines down out of the cockpit.
Once in the back of the plane, the complaint alleges Emerson told a flight attendant, "You need to cuff me right now or it's going to be bad," before later reaching for the emergency exit handle during descent. Police arrested the 44-year-old after the plane made an emergency landing in Portland. Retired airline captain and former NTSB chair Robert Sumwalt.
These are qualified pilots who have been vetted, who've been trained, and they fly airplanes for a living. What happened in this situation, we're going to have to find out. But obviously, something in the mind of this jump seat rider was not quite right.
Emerson most recently flew passengers last Thursday. Alaska Airlines says he showed no signs of impairment before boarding Sunday's flight and had passed all of his required FAA medical certifications throughout his more than 2 decades as an airline pilot. For CBS Mornings, I'm Kris Van Cleave.
Boy, Kris, thank you. Yeah, I mean, they said that it took 25 to 30 seconds to subdue him in the cockpit. You know that was a long 30 seconds. Makes me curious about psychedelic mushrooms. I thought they were supposed to make you feel kind of good.
Yeah, not the case.
Not a little like
listening
that.
to one of the pilots yesterday, he said, you know, I've only been scared a couple of times in my life. And this was the second one.
Time I saw that.
Over 80
You think
people
they
on
would
that
train
flight.
for everything. So this was shocking to a pilot that is prepared for the worst.
Yes.
Absolute nightmare.
Glad everybody's okay.
Right about that.